Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's do a mish-mash video. We'll do some pulls and then I'll show you my next max lux up to 160. First we'll pull the Montama for July. And then for the first time ever, I've saved up the 10,000 points. I got up to the level 5 max or whatever. But you get the 3 items and then you get one of the 3 items at the very bottom. And then you get a chance at the 2 limited characters and the gold Rizora, which you can turn in for one of these characters. If I were to pull the Rizora, however, I'd probably save it. I don't really want either one of those characters. But anyway, let's pull here. And here's Vermeer. One of those two. There was a time when I wanted this guy very much. That was when I was trying to get characters together for Kanan. His Ascension is good at that. But I might go for his Evolution. He is a balance with no null abilities, but he has Deity Slayer EL, so that's pretty fun. Ascension is the Pierce with no Gravity Barrier, no Warp, also has Beast Slayer. Pretty good bump combo, and then he eliminates Gravity Barriers in the quest. Not that great a character, but I'll hang on to him. And then let's see what we get for the Omake. We get the Continuumine, which is not the one that I wanted the most, but I kind of understand the usefulness of this item now. I like to use it in combination with the Fuedu Biscuit, because I don't want to lose when I'm using the Biscuit. So the Continuumine, that can really help me make sure I don't waste that. So. Okay, next, let's look at the rank gacha. This is a single pull, which will get you a guaranteed 6-star for every 100 ranks that you raise. I'm at rank 400 here, so I get 3 pulls. And let's see what we get. I've said this in a previous video, but I have all of the characters that I need for Shooting Gada and Adabuda, so I don't really need anything in particular here. But hopefully we'll get something new. And this is Fugen and Monju. I don't have them yet, so that's very cool. And they come out in the Ascension form. The Ascension form here is a Pierce with no Gravity Barrier, no Wind, and then no Gravity Barrier Slayer, and like the attack up with HP under 50%. I don't think I need these guys right now, but it's cool to have them. And then I think you saw in a previous video, but I pulled another one of them there, so I can make the Ascension as well. Bounce with no Warp, no Block. That's a cool double null. And then a double Slayer as well, the Deity Slayer, Universe Slayer. And Kidan, that's that one big shot. And a 4-turn becomes a Pure Strike shot, which could be interesting. Okay, let's pull again. Okay, here is Oryo. This is my second, so I'm not too devastated about getting her. But yeah, having multiples of characters, that can be good for going through the Sealed Watchtower in particular. I like her, but she's not super powerful anywhere. She's just kind of handy to have. Alright, and then third pull here. And Moridamaru. This is another new character for me, so that's very cool. He's also good for Kanan, funnily enough. Okay, came out in the Ascension form. Bounce with no Warp, double Slayer as well, Demi-Hume, and Demon. 12-turn, null everything strike shot, and also becomes a Pierce, which is pretty nice. If it were 8-turn, maybe he would be broken, but yeah, 12 turns pretty good too. And a Blast Pump combo, so that's nice. And then the Evolution is a bounce with no Warp, no Block. Another, again, that same double null. It's kind of suspicious that it's the same as the previous guy who's also light. So maybe there will be a high-level quest someday where they will both be good. And then a Weak Point Slayer. And then a barrage shotgun, so that's an interesting combo. That can do a lot of damage. So yeah, 2 new characters out of those rank pulls, so that's pretty good. Next up I'm looking at rank 500, but I think it's going to be a while. Okay, finally, let's look at my next 10 max lucks. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because most of these are just lucky monsters, which I'm not actually going to use. But the first one was Sexy Roller here, who actually I do kind of recommend making and using. But she's Pierce, no warp, no block, so that's pretty handy. She can be good for dragging around strike shots or bump combos. Next up, another lucky monster was Bunya, and then she was a 5-star under quest. I don't usually like to play those, but you could use Mars in there, and then her artwork is pretty cool. Actually, you can use her in Paradox, but better than her probably is going to be Flag Jr., who I also made that weekend during X-Flag Park. This is maybe the best max luck for Paradox right now. I think you can also use Shambhala, but I think picking up the mines is going to be better, so yeah. Pretty solid max luck. Looking forward to using them tonight, actually. Okay, next up was Okeanis. Nothing really to say here. And then we have a few of the collaboration characters. Here is All Might, and yeah, his strike shot looks very crazy. I didn't know it hit everybody on screen, like Gon from the Yu Yu Hakusho? No, not Yu Yu Hakusho. Hunter x Hunter collaboration. So he could be good to use. He's only got the Minesweeper, no magic circle, so it'll be kind of limited where you can use him. I'm still reading the comics. He's still really funny and also really strong and interesting. He's a multi-dimensional character. He's also kind of the comedic relief once in a while. And next up was Van Helsing. I was very happy to make her. I like her artwork. We'll see if she's useful with her, null gravity barrier, null wind, and then the ricochet bump combo. Next up was All for One. I wasn't sure if I was going to make the max luck of this guy because although he's got the Pierce triple null, I didn't feel like he was better than any other of my characters that were Pierce double null for like particular situations. But it turns out that the characters you can turn in the coins for the My Hero Academia collaboration are so affordable, so quickly and easily made that I just went and made him anyway. And then of course I turned around and used him immediately for making another max luck. So happy to have this guy, even though he's really ugly. Okay, also from that same coin exchange was Eraserhead. He might be useful. He has a delay strike shot, which is always handy. And then next was another lucky monster, which I wanted to make for a while just because I think they're funny. But Giga Fighter here. They actually have a good double null, the null warp, null block, and then a pretty decent bump combo as well, the lock-on Pierce Wave. So yeah, they are pretty usable as a character. You can certainly use them in Armageddon or Katana, which means they have some pretty good versatility, but probably not going to use them. And then finally, you might be surprised to see this. The last time I did an update on the luck, it was about 60. But for this playthrough, I went and I used a bunch of the biscuits to double my runs, and then I was able to get the max luck in that last 2-hour period. So that was very cool. I used the biscuits just because I wanted to have a max luck ready for Shuringata, and then also because I just wanted to play the mission less, because the confusion is kind of an annoying gimmick. But yeah, I think this is still a very good max luck. Stats are solid. Having the speed over 400 is nice with this Abelberry. And then the double null, the Minesweeper null damage wall, that's very, very good for a Pierce monster. Still not a ton of Pierce drop monsters with that double null Slingstock combination. The strike shot and then the bump combo, that is where the character's a little limited. The bump combo, it's kind of situational. There's the spread poison, which can be helpful. And then the other bump combo is the twin dunk laser, which in order to get the most out of, you need to kind of build a team around Katana. and then really be conscious about getting it out. When you do get it out and into the weak point or whatever, it can be very strong. But since it takes team building and then thought to use, it's not really a bump combo good for like farming easy to middle quests or so. And then Strike Shot has a very high count to get it out. And then, it does some damage and then it puts people to sleep. But yeah, again, it just takes so long to charge up. And it has kind of very situational use, so it's not the best Strike Shot either. But, as a trophy, this is, pretty important for me. I've said this in a previous video, but I feel like the year 2018, the game was kind of getting away from me as far as difficulty. The Golzetsu series came out, the Kinky came out, and then the last wave of Colossals, which is very difficult, also came out. And I just felt like, oh, this game is, I'm not fit for this game anymore. But of that Golzetsu series, Katana is the most doable. You don't need any limited characters in particular to go after the boss. And then you can use Katana in Shooting Gata. And that was very important for me to get Katana, because I had pretty much nobody for Shooting Gata. That's different now. I have Angeli Diva and Pudamedia. But, I was trying to get Moses, just never got him, still don't have him yet. And then I never pulled the Water Hatcher, so I never got Raphael or D'Artagnan. So I just didn't have anybody for Shooting Gata. But now with my max luck Katana, and then my other two Hatcher monsters, I'm very ready for Shooting Gata. And then, I'll have one of the best drop monsters in the game at max luck someday. And then I kind of feel like I'll be more, sitting towards the top of the game. A little bit closer to, expert status rather than just advanced or intermediate. But yeah, that is a quick look at how my account is going at the moment. I'm coming up on 2 years, so I think at that point I'll do a box show and tell. Okay, I think that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.